Now,
All right, so let's get into this.
Last week, it was live. We saw
on this show.
Within 30 minutes,
we saw this.
Yes. 21 Jump Street is now what turns people from anti-Semitic to lovers, thanks to Jonah Hill.
His headline here is, watching Jonah Hill in 21 Jump Street made me like Jewish people again.
There we go.
But then we go to the next slide here. This was the breaking news. He goes, no one should take anger against one or two individuals and transform that into hatred towards millions of innocent people. So basically here he's just admitting he didn't like Jewish people because Pete Davidson, this down Kim Kardashian.
You're right.
And
You're right.
The Adidas, this is what he's admitting. He's admitting, yeah, I was just upset that Pete Davidson Kim and that the Adidas executive didn't like me showing of my wife in the meetings. Like, that's what, like, people say, oh, Ye lost his deal because he named the. No, he actually, the reason he started losing the deal in the first place, they eventually cut him off fully once he was going after. But the reason it went in the first place, he started showing nude photos of his wife in the meetings. And he's like, look at this, my wife's a whore and I can't believe it.
What?
Well, it was Kim Kardashian you married there, buddy. Like, you can't turn a whore into a housewife. So anyway, there's that paragraph, which is just jokes to admit that it's Pete Davidson, the executive. Then he goes, no Christian can be labeled anti-Semite knowing Jesus is. He can't even, he's so that he can't even formulate the sentence, Jesus is Jewish. It's just, Jesus is like, just, and I mean, this is so fucking mimetic. It's so funny because, you know, we predicted that the campaign would end like in failure. He goes, thank you, Jonah Hill. I love you. So I myself, Jonah Hill, saved Kanye West from his fucking life of anti-Semitism and misery.
If you don't remember, the meta for the first 20 episodes was that you were Jonah Hill as claimed by Daisy.
Yeah.
You know, the girl.
No. Well, listen, it's not the first time I've been called Jonah Hill. Like, when I was like 15, I was out in front of the MEMS Center for like a hockey game, and this limousine, like this bachelor party, they started calling me over. They're like, super bad. Come party with us in the limo, super bad. And they're like, can we get a picture with you, super bad? They didn't even call me Jonah Hill. They just called me super bad. I'm like, yeah, sure. They're like, will you get in the limo? I'm like 15. I'm not getting in this.
No, like, that's how you die.
You know, but they called me super bad. But here we go. So this is Kanye out on the town with Jonah Hill.
Yeah.
He's living his best life. Let's go to the next slide here. Got multiple photos of them broing out. Yep. Look at them here.
Look at this.
They're just chilling like villains.
Yeah. Oh,
this one's Kino. There they are flipping Nick Fuentes.
I tweeted that out. I just tweeted that with no comment necessary.
No comment necessary. No. Amazing. Now, this is what the head of the ADL had to say. Mr. Jonathan Greenblatt had to be a party pooper. And he said, this is ridiculous and not remotely serious. If Kanye West wants to make amends for his vile anti-Semitism and to heal the pain he inflicted, it's a long road, and he hasn't even started the journey.
Well, that's the start of the journey, buddy.
Well, it is the start of the journey. Mr. Greenblatt's he wants a couple millions. Like, Mr. Greenblatt of the ADL is like, listen, so this process is you're going to have to pay us $5 million. You're going to have to pay the SPLC $5 million. Maybe give us 1% of all your future earnings, and then we will forgive you. But yeah, this is what the ADL has to say. I mean, what I got to say, though, is Kanye's entire attempt to be racist or anti-Semitic was ridiculous and not remotely serious from the beginning. Yeah, so this was a fitting ending for the whole thing. Like, his attempt to become Yadoff, it was dead before it even began. It was dead on arrival. So, Mr. Greenblatt, have some mercy in your heart.
You were like, this is, remember, we were just like, this is not going to work at all. Like, what the
have to pay up, though. But I thought this post from Porcelain was really, really good. And it really is on the money. He goes, none of this would have been an issue if Nick had been honest from the outset. He could have simply told his followers that Kanye is understandably not proceeding with the campaign, but we've started an important conversation, so let's use this energy to reinforce our messaging and continue where Ye24 left off.
Smart.
Yeah, no, like once he got the wife, right? Because this person here is saying, I feel it was obvious it was over when he married her. He's talking about Bianca Sensori.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess groypers are mentally challenged. Porcelain goes, I still think the messaging itself is incoherent nonsense, but such a statement would have at least put Nick in the driver's seat. Instead, he has drip-fed his groypers 3 months of disprovable bullshit, clinging on to this delusional fantasy to the point of total and utter embarrassment. The funny thing about this entire saga isn't the fact Kanye gave up on the campaign to fuck Bianca, nor is it watching the entire thing crumble into dust before it's even started. It's seeing these brain-dead groypers continue to prop up Nick's lies through layers of desperate cope and watching them peel away one by one.
Wow.
All the cope.
What a
I couldn't have said it better myself. It was really good. Yeah. Porcelain's been really on point on this issue with a lot of his tweets there.
Yeah, I've been following what he's saying. It is Kino, and really, there was a way to spin this in a way like he just said there, right? There was a way to spin this so you don't look that or like as, but nope, head in the sand, not going to respond to it. No, it's still good. It's like, listen, we know the truth. We know what's happening. Just admit it. Just
I don't understand. They still won't admit it. So let's move on.